Marriage in the Bible is not just a contract, but a sacred covenant initiated and blessed by God. It signifies a profound union between a man and a woman, reflecting the love between Christ and the Church. This bond is designed to be unbreakable, mirroring the eternal nature of God's love. The book of Genesis tells us that God created man and woman, and in marriage, they become one flesh. This union represents a spiritual and emotional connection that goes beyond physical intimacy. It's a partnership where two individuals journey together, supporting and cherishing each other. Marriage, according to the Bible, is a beautiful picture of God's love for humanity. It's a lifelong commitment that requires love, patience, forgiveness, and understanding. Within this sacred bond, couples are meant to grow together, face challenges head-on, and experience the fullness of life's joys and sorrows as one. While the Bible upholds marriage as sacred, it also acknowledges the painful reality of divorce. Jesus himself spoke about it, recognizing that sin and human weakness can deeply wound even the strongest bonds. Divorce, however, isn't something God desires for his children. The Old Testament law allowed for divorce under certain circumstances, such as infidelity. But even then it wasn't encouraged. Divorce was permitted as a concession to the hardness of human hearts, acknowledging the deep pain and brokenness that sin brings into our lives. Jesus in the New Testament emphasized the sanctity of marriage even more. He taught that divorce should only be considered in cases of marital unfaithfulness. When we stray from God's ideal, it can have painful consequences. Yet even in the midst of brokenness, God's grace is always available. Remarriage after divorce is a complex issue in the Bible, with interpretations varying depending on the context. In some instances, remarriage is permitted, particularly when infidelity has occurred, as seen in Deuteronomy. However, there are also passages that discourage remarriage, emphasizing the importance of reconciliation and forgiveness. The Apostle Paul, in his letters, offers guidance on remarriage, stating that it's permissible for believers whose spouses have passed away. He also addresses situations where an unbelieving spouse chooses to leave the marriage. It's important to note that these situations require careful consideration and prayerful discernment, seeking God's wisdom and guidance for each unique circumstance. Ultimately, the question of remarriage after divorce isn't about rigid rules, but about seeking God's will for our lives. It's about approaching this sensitive topic with humility, grace, and a desire to honor God in our relationships. Navigating the intricacies of marriage, divorce, and remarriage can feel overwhelming, but we are not alone in this journey. The Bible, with its timeless wisdom, offers us guidance and hope. It reminds us that God is a God of second chances, always ready to forgive and heal our hearts. No matter where we find ourselves, whether in a thriving marriage, facing marital difficulties, or seeking direction after divorce, God's grace is sufficient for us. His love offers comfort in times of heartbreak and guidance as we seek to honor Him in our relationships. Let us approach these matters with compassion, understanding, and a desire to seek God's will. Ultimately, it's in His loving embrace that we find true healing, guidance, and the strength to navigate the complexities of love and commitment.